Music executive and alleged LA gang leader Eugene Henley Jr. is heading to trial. Last month, he was named in a 43-county federal indictment, and this afternoon, he pleaded not guilty during his arraignment. Prosecutors accuse Henley of running a criminal enterprise involving murder, human trafficking, robbery, and extortion. They also say Henley, known as Big U, has ties to the notorious Rollin' 60s neighborhood Crips street gang. His trial is scheduled for May 20th.
I know there's news that broke out that said that Big U was, might have been involved in your son's murder. I mean, do you believe he's responsible?
I know for a fact he's responsible.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, things have got a little intense once again for another individual who was caught up in the gang RICO indictment that has been passed down concerning Loose Cannon and Brick Baby. But we already seen Brick Baby and Loose Cannon get denied bond at their hearings recently, so the only runner up next will be the big homie himself, Big U. The only problem in Big U's situation is, once he realized that Loose Cannon and Brick Baby was denied, then that should have told him automatically that he didn't stand a chance. This is because if you're basing what they was kept held in custody over and compare it to what he got, then it's clear as day he isn't going anywhere. Loose and Brick's decision was based on their past criminal history, social media presence, and them being a threat to society and the case in general if they were allowed to be released, in which Big U falls right under the same category in all of those, if not worse. Not to mention the charges Big U are facing are more worse than Loose Cannon's and Brick Baby's, and on top of that, his criminal history is worse as well. So Big U getting approved for bond is borderline impossible. However, I guess there's always hope. Now to add salt to the injury, Rayshawn Williams, who was allegedly the victim of Big U's, after he was accused of taking his life back in Las Vegas, his mother did an interview with TMZ. And it's safe to say that even if Big U thought he was getting a bond, what she said in the interview falls in the lines of Big U being a threat to not only society, but the case, and I think this was the icing on the cake when it comes to him being held in federal custody until his trial begins. Now the mother also stated that she also believes that Big U is behind the unaliving of her son, 21-year-old Rayshawn, and stated that she fears for not only her life, but her other kid's life as well if Big U is in fact released out of custody. Sheesh. So once again, if they told Brick Baby and Loose Cannon that they pose a threat, and that's why they have to stay in custody, now you gotta imagine when you have a mother telling them that she's afraid of what he's capable of doing if Big U is released. 10 times worse. So we're gonna get into what she had to say during the interview and also read up on what TMZ had to say in their article about the victim and his family. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Now, as y'all know, currently Big U is incarcerated for a slew of charges, including running a criminal enterprise, but the main charge that has the most time hanging over his head is the unaliving of a 21-year-old boy by the name of Rayshawn Williams in Las Vegas. Rayshawn was a close friend of Big U's son, but somewhere down the line it's been rumored that something went wrong between Big U and Rayshawn. Supposedly a diss song was made by Rayshawn, and Rayshawn was an artist underneath Big U's label. And they said that the diss song was the last straw. It's being alleged that Big U didn't take kind to disrespect and felt the way towards a diss song. Therefore, shortly after the diss, Rayshawn will be found unalive in a ditch located in Las Vegas with no traces of who did what to him. Even if they felt Big U was behind it, they had no way of proving it with no evidence, But that was up until the family claimed that Big U's DNA was found underneath Ray Sean's nails. Now to this day it's still a mystery whether Big U's DNA was under his nails or not, because there's conflicting stories flying around. One minute we hear that it was Big U's DNA, but then it's also being said that when the results came back from Big U taking the DNA test, it came back inconclusive. Now it don't put him off the hook 100%, but it also doesn't confirm that he is in fact the unaliver. Now speaking of DNA testing, the suspect part about this is that Big U had to get warranted by the courts just to take the DNA test because he kept dodging it. And if you know that you didn't have anything to do with taking somebody's life, why would you avoid taking the test? And for so long. Now on top of that, Whack 100 had alleged recordings of the mother and the sister, I believe, saying that they believe it is in fact Big U because investigators told them that it was his DNA and he will be arrested by the end of March. Now we don't know how true it is once again, but Big U was in fact arrested on March 27, 2025 from an indictment that dates all the way back to things that transpired in 2010. Now the odds are pretty stacked against Big U, and it's also being alleged that Nipsey Hussle's case is being reopened and Big U just might be the reason. Adam22 from No Jumper, who recently sat down with the feds, according to him, admitted that they questioned him about Big U and was stern on getting the cease and desist letter that was sent to Adam by Big U due to loose cannon speaking on the podcast about Big U having knowledge of Nipsey Hussle's unaliving before it even happened. Crazy. However, Big U was arraigned in court for the first time within this case and he entered his not guilty plea. However, the mother of the victim had something to say as she did an interview with TMZ. Y'all check this out.
I'm so sorry for your loss. I mean, my heart really does go out to both of you. I mean, you know, your family's going through a really tough time right now. I know there's news that broke out that said that Big U was, you know, might have been involved in your son's murder. I mean, do you believe he's responsible?
I know for a fact he's responsible. There's no doubt in my mind. Mother's instance, I know he's responsible.
Why do you think that he did it? I mean, that's like the big question.
Because you don't like the word no.
Okay.
You don't want nobody to tell you no. Everything's supposed to go your way or no way. So I feel like my baby did something that you didn't like. And you did what you did. Now karma's at your door.
Do you think Big U is a real threat to the community right now?
Of course.
There's a lot there. I mean,
Of course he is, because if he could do this to my child, what makes you think he couldn't do it to nobody else's child? Or if he haven't done it to nobody else's child? Or if he don't have anybody child right now feeling threatened because of what he have said to them or what he have done to them. So, of course, he's a threat. Of course, no doubt.
With all this coming to light, are you worried for your family's safety?
Most definitely. I've been worried for my kids' safety since day one, since this happened. I shouldn't have to be a parent within fear of my child's or my kid's life when I trusted you. And you took that away from me.
I mean, is there a message that you would want to send to Big U?
Why? Any other time you would have called me. Still right now, today, I still haven't heard from you. Nothing. Just like they say, that big old N, you have it on your chest right now, and it stands for nothing, because that's what you are. In my book, you a nothing person to me. Can I forgive you? I tried. I tried to pray on it. I tried to ask the Lord above me to help me to forgive you. And deep down, my Heavenly Father upstairs know who I am, if don't nobody else know me. I've tried, and I cannot do it. I cannot forgive you.
Okay, here in the TMZ article, it says, quote, Brown tells us that a mother intuition led her to believe Big U was responsible. Federal prosecutors and agents have since connected more dots between the two. Williams was signed to Big U's record label, Unique Music, as an artist, but is said to have written a diss song directed towards his boss that was unalived in retaliation. Then another part, it would say, quote, she says her suspicions were confirmed when Big U failed to contact her following the incident with her son. Now pay attention to what was said, y'all. TMZ stated that federal prosecutors and agents have since connected more dots. But then too, the mother also said that Big U started acting strange after her son's passing. He didn't come to the funeral, nor did he get in contact with her. Keep in mind, this was not only his artist, but this was his son's best friend. It's even rumors that the kid used to sleep in Big U's house and hang out with his son all the time. So you would think the first thing Big U would do is reach out to the mother, or at least go to the funeral, right? Because that would be the right thing to do. What would be the excuse of not going to your artist's funeral? Not just an artist neither, your son's best friend. Strange. And in the interview, the mother said that this was basically over Big U not liking to hear the word no. Says her son was defiant and Big U didn't like anybody who went against him or just flat out didn't do whatever he said. Now I'm no genius, but when I heard that, it only brought me back to the same rumors that surrounded Big U and Nipsey's beef, which seemed to be Big U feeling like Nipsey not wanting to listen or respect him and getting too bigger than the program, and Big U wasn't having it. So it looks like Big U got his work cut out for him, from the criminal enterprise charges down to the possibility of Nip's case getting reopened solely because of him, allegedly. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what all comes out of this. As of right now, everything is all accusations, and as y'all know, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Now to be honest, rest in peace to the young man Rayshawn Williams that lost his life. I can't wait to see them reopen Nipsey's case and the truth finally comes out. It seems like everyone who's close to the situation knows the truth and knows what really went down, but it's something that's being tight-knitted within the circle. But if y'all remember, Nipsey's brother Black Sam did that one interview where he didn't name any names, but he basically told us that what we were being told happened isn't what really happened, and there's so much more to it. And we've been saying the same thing for the longest, man. Not to mention, do y'all remember the live Big U did right after the news about Nipsey's passing came out?
Justice for Nip.
Your boy would have been there like, yeah, you got it.
Do that sound like someone who's concerned they just lost a friend? Alright. Anyway, y'all jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out.